Bitches, or should I say, it's Britney, bitch. So what we gonna do is we gonna it's like a this is like a Ricky review episode. So what we gonna do is we're gonna talk about the legendary Miss Britney Spears, and we're gonna talk about her album Britney Jean. Now, hold up. We can't talk about Britney Jean without the actual album. So this is literally like, ooh, it's not even. I don't know why, but there's like actually a Nicki Minaj album in here. Britney Jean, the actual CD is in my car. But anyway, so we're gonna talk about Britney Jean because Britney Jean is like, in my opinion, underrated, and it's got like a bad reputation. Like, I don't think any other albums get that type of reputation like Britney Jean does. Like literally, like Gaga, there is no bad album. Like Justin Bieber, there is no bad album. J Lo, there is no bad album. But when it comes to Britney Spears, if you ask like what's Britney Spears' worst album, they're gonna say Britney Jean. Even though I believe Britney is not capable of making bad music. Like Britney cannot make a bad song. I don't care what anybody says. Come at me, bro. Like, don't like if you don't believe me, like, it's facts. But anyway, so I want to talk about Britney Jean, and I want to talk about how what was going through my mind and how I felt when I got the album and how I feel about it now. So this was a time whenever Scream and Shout came out, and she just got done with X Factor, and so she came out with Ooh La La, from the Smurfs. And so we were like anticipating, we were waiting, we were hoping for, we couldn't wait for a new album. There were reports saying that she got like a vocal coach. There were reports saying that she was working with William Orbit. There were reports saying that she wanted to make a Blackout 2.0. So the rumors were everywhere. So it's like, we couldn't wait for this album. And so September came up, or I think it was August, and then she shared like her bikini, a shot of her in a bikini from the shoot Work Bitch. And so when Work Bitch came out, I was like, that video was phenomenal. Like, it was insane. That video blew up my mind and changed my world forever. Like, it was one of the best videos I've ever seen. And then November 4th came, and we got Perfume, and it was very much more stripped down. It was more like a power ballad type of song, and it was I love the song because usually like she would put out like upbeat music, and like she had like singles like Born to Make You Happy and From the Bottom of My Heart and Lucky, and songs that were I guess they were like toned down, but this was like the first one in a while, like where she was like, it was like an actual ballad. Like she was, singing from a hurt, from pain. Like she was singing from pain. So I was like, this is interesting. Like I can't wait to see what we're gonna get. And so we got the album, and the album was lit. I actually enjoyed Alien. Alien is like one of my favorite songs. It Should Be Easy. I love to jam that song whenever I work out. This is like basically like a workout album. Work Bitch, obviously a good workout song. Tick Tick Boom, my favorite, one of my favorites. Body Ache, another one of my favorites. Till It's Gone, another one of my favorites. Passenger, I'll get into Passenger. Chilling With You was pretty good. Don't Cry, oh my gosh, Don't Cry. And then the bonus tracks were literally like Britney like one thing that I did not like about Femme Fatale was that there wasn't enough, softer side of Britney. Like there wasn't enough ballads. There wasn't enough, songs that invoked emotion. But the bonus tracks on Britney Jean really embraced a lot of that, emotion that Femme Fatale lacked. And so fast forward to now, like I said, this is one of my favorite albums of all time. Passenger is literally like my favorite Britney songs ever. I think it's like Passenger, Till the World Ends, and Give Me More, and I think it's like Toxic, or it may be like I can't, like, there's so many Britney songs, but Passenger is definitely one of my favorites of all time. Like, just it is just so phenomenal. Like, I just love the instrumentation is out of this world. The lyrics are beautiful, and yeah. So a lot of people were like, "This is not her." They were like, "This is Britney's most personal album," and a lot of the fans were like, "No, it's not." And I'm like, "Bitch, what? What is you talking about?" If you look into the credits, Britney literally co-wrote every single song. Now, that could mean different, like, that could mean something like, we don't know what she meant about, like, she co-wrote a lot of these songs, but she co-wrote, if she says if it says that she co-wrote these songs, all of them, then we need to believe her. And obviously, like, there were some literally, like, personal songs. Let me get the album again. Like, Alien, personal song. Work Bitch, okay, not really a personal song. Perfume, personal. It Should Be Easy. Yeah, it's upbeat, but it has a personal message behind it. Tick Tick Boom, okay, I don't think it's that personal. Body Ache, definitely not personal. Till It's Gone, yes. Passenger, yes. Chilling With You, yes. Don't Cry, yes. Brightest Morning Star, yes. Hold On Tight, obviously. Now That I Found You, yes. Perfume, yes. So every single song, with the exception of Body Ache and Tick Tick Boom and Work Bitch, I feel like are personal song, have like personal messages behind them. So yeah. So I didn't understand, like, so yeah, I could see why people, like, because it's so the album is so upbeat that I could see why people would think it's not a personal album. But another thing that made people, upset was the whole Maya Marie. People said that this doesn't sound like Britney. This doesn't sound like Britney. And I'm just like, do you guys really think, and I don't know, I could be wrong, I could be naive, but I'm just like, do you guys really think Britney would just let someone put out an album without her vocals in it? Do you really think her managers and her team and her family, like her mom literally helped write a letter to her fans, and do you really think all these people around her would literally let her sister was on the album too, you really think her sister and everybody around her would let her put out like an album that had none of her vocals on it? Come on now. Another thing was that will.i.am was the executive producer of this album. So the reason why Britney did not sound like Britney was probably because she had like a different sound. Like, let's be honest, it's a pop. She's a pop artist. All of these pop artists use autotune. So maybe there was something with the autotune that made her sound different. She got that vocal coach. She may have, done something to her voice. But it may have been Britney, but it may have been like Britney with enhancement autotune. I don't know. But like, it may not just be just Maya Marie. Like, you guys gotta realize that like she was labeled as the background vocal, as the background vocalist. And she even came out and said that she denied all these accusations that she sang on Britney Jean. That she sang the whole album Britney Jean. And also, who knows? And so there's like a video that's like full of that late that's like that says something about how Maya Marie Britney Jean sessions, and she's literally like singing in Britney's style voice. Excuse me. And I don't know if maybe, like, how do you guys know that video is real? Like, how do you guys know? What if that was, I don't know, like I don't know if you should really trust those videos, those leaks. How do you know, like, where did this video come from? So it's like, I don't know. But either way, Britney Jean is like a pretty good album. However, once we got Glory, that's when my perspective changed a little bit. I still love the album, but that's when I began to realize what the fans were talking about that album not being fully Britney Spears. Because Glory came out and the chorus was out of this world. The chorus was like Britney was singing and singing and singing. Like the chorus was just different compared to the chorus on Britney Jean. The choruses on Britney Jean were very, in my opinion, very straightforward, very, I hate to say it, but kind of generic. Like the chorus were, like you can tell the chorus was the chorus, and in Britney Jean, excuse me, and in Glory, you had the pre-chorus and you had the chorus that were very extended, and so, like Britney basically sang every, like a lot, like every, almost the majority of every single second of the song, of all the songs on Glory, whereas Britney Jean, there were a lot of beat breaks, there were a lot of EDM spots, there were a lot of beat breakdowns where Britney was not singing. Like it was basically like the music would take over. It would be like Britney would sing 1 minute and then another 30 minutes, or excuse me, another 30 seconds, the music would kick in. The EDM with bass would kick in and do all the work. And then she would come back and sing, and then the EDM would kick back in. That's the type of vibe that we got from Britney Jean. So yeah, I understand. I can see why people didn't like Britney Jean. But it's not a bad album, you guys. Y'all need to check it out. Like, whether you like it or not, the album is coming out in vinyl. And you guys need to support this album because it's Britney Spears. And yeah, so that's just all I have to say about it. So I guess you could say that was like, I guess you could say that was a review episode or a rant episode. I haven't decided. I'm gonna go ahead, but you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say it's a review episode, since I guess I'm reviewing Britney Jean. So let's get right to it, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time.